Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Military World. In this video, we will talk about an incident involving Israeli troops and the UN peacekeeping force in Lebanon during an extremely tense moment in the Middle East geopolitical landscape. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the latest news. To understand the current crisis, it's important to contextualize the historical tensions between Israel and Hezbollah, the Shia militia, classified by many as a terrorist group, operating in southern Lebanon since the end of the 2006 Lebanon War. The borders have experienced a relative truce, but never complete peace. Hezbollah, heavily supported by Iran and Syria, maintains significant influence in southern Lebanon and has been rearming over the years. Israel, on the other hand, follows a strict policy of zero tolerance toward any threat to its national security. The current escalation is directly linked to the conflict in Gaza, with Israel waging a large-scale war against Hamas in the Gaza Strip, and Hezbollah showing support for the Palestinian movement by launching over 8,000 rockets, primarily targeting villages and towns in Israel, further increasing tensions on Israel's northern border with Lebanon. Israeli military incursions into southern Lebanon, though aimed at combating possible Hezbollah activities, have created an environment of growing hostility, particularly involving civilians and international forces. In this tumultuous scenario, the UNIFIL mission, the United Nations interim force in Lebanon, is seen by some as crucial, while others view UNIFIL as an obstacle to fully resolving the conflict. UNIFIL was established in 1978 following the UN Security Council's Resolution 425, with the goal of confirming the withdrawal of Israeli forces from southern Lebanon and restoring international peace and security. The mission arose in the context of the conflict between Israel and Palestinian and Lebanese insurgent forces at a time when Hezbollah had not yet been created by Iran. UNIFIL's mandate has expanded over the years, especially after the 2006 conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. In addition to monitoring the cessation of hostilities, UNIFIL is tasked with assisting Lebanese armed forces in deploying to the south of the country and ensuring that the region south of the Litani River is free of unauthorized weapons, except those of the Lebanese armed forces and UNIFIL itself, in accordance with the provisions of Resolution 1701 passed by the UN in 2006. During the 2006 conflict, UNIFIL was heavily criticized for its inability to prevent confrontations between Hezbollah and Israel. In that war, Hezbollah used areas near UNIFIL positions, resulting in several incidents of crossfire. After the conflict and the enforcement of Resolution 1701, UNIFIL was again criticized for failing to stop Hezbollah from rebuilding bases, tunnels, and rocket and missile launch points against Israel. Some sectors of the Israeli government even accused UNIFIL of complicity with Hezbollah. For Israel, how can it be explained that 10,000 UN soldiers in southern Lebanon did not see or stop thousands of Hezbollah members from launching more than 8,000 rockets at Israeli cities in just 1 year? In other words, for Israel, UN soldiers not only failed to fulfill the mission established by Resolution 1701 of 2006, but are now hindering Israel's mission to expel Hezbollah from southern Lebanon. The problem worsens when, as we have seen recently, Israel is accused of deliberately attacking UNIFIL positions. According to reports, an Israeli tank fired at a UN observation tower in southern Lebanon, injuring 2 Indonesian peacekeepers, while other attacks damaged mission facilities and vehicles without causing further injuries. This represents a clear violation of international law, and the United Nations has already issued statements condemning these attacks as serious breaches of the security of its soldiers. Israel, for its part, defends itself against the accusations, claiming that Hezbollah members were firing at their troops just meters from a UNIFIL position, with UN soldiers merely watching when their mission is to prevent Hezbollah actions. The central issue here involves the legality and implications of attacks on peacekeeping forces, which are protected by international humanitarian law. UNIFIL, like other UN peacekeeping missions, operates under Security Council mandates, and any deliberate attack on its positions is considered a violation of the United Nations Charter and the Geneva Conventions. The impact of these attacks is far-reaching. Countries that contribute troops to UNIFIL, such as Italy and France, a country that has recently been fiercely critical of Israel, immediately reacted, demanding explanations from Israel and condemning the attacks as completely unacceptable. Italy's defense minister, Guido Crosetto, stressed that these incidents clearly violate international norms. The incident could escalate diplomatic tensions between Israel and other members of the international community. Moreover, the conflict puts the continuation of the UNIFIL mission at risk, as if peacekeeping troops are not seen as neutral or cannot guarantee their own safety, the very purpose of their presence in the region will be in question. The situation in the Middle East continues to deteriorate, and UN Blue Helmets are now at the epicenter of an increasingly volatile conflict. This recent incident involving Israeli troops and UN soldiers is a worrying sign that the conflict could spiral out of control, once again raising criticism of the United Nations' role in mediating the conflict. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates.